Ciao, my name is Veronica Noir, and I wanted to tell you how I came to be a gangbang porn star at the Vixens Studios. I know for a fact that Greta planned this whole thing from the beginning. She is so clever. I had no way to say no to my new friend. I hope you like, and subscribe.
Some of you will have seen me competing in the Free Climbing World Championships, but most, I am guessing, have no idea who I am, and that has been a problem for me. Fame is elusive, and with fame comes opportunity. I am a big fan of the fashion industry. I am lucky. Clothes sit well on me, and being fit from climbing means everything fits. As I say, a lucky person. But to be lucky, I practice, and practice some more. I was very lucky to be introduced to Greta Manning from what I thought was a fashion house called Vixens Studios. To me, it sounded like a designer label, and with powerful women in mind, Greta told me she was looking for a girl to be the face of the studios, to model a line of sportswear. So, you can please forgive me for getting wires crossed right from the beginnings of this experience. I was wondering why Greta was so surprised I accepted an invitation to visit. I am glad I made the assumption it was a fashion place, or I would never have gone. After the meeting with Greta, I sat in my local hotel spa and pampered myself, and thought of the chance I had to be a fashion model. Oh my God, how stupid do I feel now? I sat there and was so excited. I got given a plane ticket for a trip to London and it was so exciting, and all I had to do was model some tops and leggings. I wondered if I got to keep them. I wasn't sure if I would look cheap asking. I don't know what the normal of this is for models. Well, I wanted to see England so much. I had never been, as there is not big rock face there, I think. I was met by a man in a hat who was to be my driver for the whole visit. Vixens was making me feel very important and very welcome too. He carried my bags and asked if I had a dog. Was he stupid or something? Then I sat in the very nice car and watched through the window all of the sights. Then I was dropped near St. Paul's Cathedral and told to go into a restaurant. The man with the hat was going to pick me up later. I met Greta again and Antea, her colleague. They were very nice and talked to me about having a 2-year contract. I was thinking they were crazy to pick me for that length of time, and then they told me how much money they wanted to give me, and I knew they were crazy. I said yes straight away, and then I was finished and went to sleep at my hotel. A very nice sleep and very long. I was not late though the next day, as my man with the hat was there to take me to the studios. When I got there, it was wonderful. Everyone was so helpful and nice. There were movie cameras everywhere, and I thought they must be a big fashion house if they can afford all of this for video marketing. The girls were so nice and gorgeous, and so I wondered why they needed me to model the clothes, as the girls there were truly beautiful. The press arrived, and we started taking the pictures. The clothes were so good and perfect for me, and perfect for competition climbing too. I was hoping that they would let me have at least one set. The press were asking Greta about me, asking her if I was a new girl, and she was saying no, and I was saying yes, confusing for everyone. Then Greta said I was just modeling the clothing. I just kept going, not understanding fully what was said by the paparazzi. I have no experience in them. I tried on more and more, and the cameramen were asking if I had liked Vixen's work. I said yes, of course I like it. I think my body looks very good in it. I was not understanding why that comment made them stop. Then one of them said, "So you are a performer at Vixens?" "Yes," I said. Then he continued, "In that case, how many porno movies will you be contracted for?" Porno? Oh my God, what was he saying? I was shocked. I looked at Greta and she was trying to calm me down. I realized then what Vixens was, and I stormed out to get out of these filthy clothes and clean myself. I could not believe what had happened to me. In the hotel, I looked out of the window, wondering what I had done to deserve this insult. I could not believe I had been so stupid. It was my own fault, and I could have Googled Vixens and I would have known. It seemed the last person on the planet to hear about Vixens was stupid me. And then Greta called me. She started to ask how I was, and I was as nice to her as she was nice to me. There was no point being angry. I asked if I was still bound by my contract and she said no. She would release me, but she wanted to explain, to make sure there was no bad blood. She told me she would pick me up by car and we would go for a drive as the car would feel like a neutral place. Sure, why not, I said. While I waited, I thought about it more. So what if it was a porno studios? So what? Everyone had been so nice to me and the place was professional and high class. But I was now tainted. I had been thought of by the world's press as a porno actress and I was hoping it would not follow me forever. While I was waiting, I decided to look at Vixens Studios. And oh my god, it was amazing. Every girl was with many men and that was so hot to my eyes. I then saw pictures of Greta and she is a porn star too. That blew me away completely. Amazing though. The way she moved on the screen and the way it drove the men very wild was fantastic. I had thought about those situations, of course, when I have been alone. To meet someone, many people, who do this all the time was incredible. I got in the car with her and we drove around the city while she apologized to me, saying she thought I knew. I guess because as a climber we are not famous except to other climbers, so I do not have an agent to sort this out for me. But I was going to have one chance to talk to a gangbang porn star, so I asked her, what is it like with many mans? She then told me how powerful she feels, being the center of their attention, how she knows just the curves of her body drive the man into madness with desire for her, and then she releases their desire into her body through their energy and their sweat. It sounded incredible. I wanted that. In that moment, I said, "Wow, Greta, you are an amazing and lucky woman. I would love to be like you." And then she blew me away. "You can, Veronica. You can. With your looks and your courage, you could be the model for Vixens and do content. You could live your best life with Vixens." Wow. Oh my God. Me, a porn star, a gangbang porn star. I told her, I have never done more than one man and always with guys I know. "We can put that right," she said. "How?" "By putting you with some guys. If you like it, you have the knowledge you need to make it your new career. If you hate it, you fly back to Milano and put it down as a different experience and you can still be our model. No one will ever know." I sat and thought about it. Not for very long. "And no one will ever know?" I asked. "Only if you join us. Then the whole world will know." I sat for a minute. My options are limited. My future relies on my strength and there are others stronger than me in climbing coming along behind me. Okay, I tried. "When?" "Tonight. Let me make some phone calls." Oh, that was a surprise. But she was right. I must do it now, or forever wonder. She phoned people and she kept giving me the thumb up sign, a lot of times. What was she doing? And then she told me the plan. I would meet tonight in the bar by some men from Vixens, and they would, as she said, sort me out. Okay then, I am ready. That evening I went to the bar as instructed, and straight away 4 men came to me to talk. I was impressed. They were very handsome, fit and smiling. And they told to me, asked me, about my job, about how I knew Greta. I asked them what it was like to be a man porn star at Vixens. One of them told me it was the best job in the world. I asked if any of them had performed with Greta, and 2 of them said they had. I asked what was it like, and they said she was incredible and nice to play with. And she switched off being CEO and was pulling up her inner porn star, her inner gangbang porn star. What a thing to say. I decided I would have to do the same. So we all knew why we were there. It was to give me the experience of my life. I am an adrenaline junkie, like Greta, and the adrenaline was flowing like a river in my veins. I was a rocket on a launch pad, and I launched for the stars. We broke each other many times, if you know what I mean by that. And I was so happy in this moment. So happy, I ring Greta and agree to be a performer. The next day, my trip had to come to an end. I said goodbye to my new friend, who came to the airport to wish me well. What a person! What a new friend! With a friend like Greta, I know I am making the good decision. If you like it that I have joined, please like and subscribe. If I get many, I get more actions and so do you too. It is how it works. In case you are wondering,
I did get to keep the outfits. It is a good job I did because I need to be in the gym many hours, to be fit and ready for the many strong men's. Ciao!